The girl never expected that the world where she had dumped 9 stunning beast husbands was real. After having children with the beast, world's handsome men, the girl returned to reality. Little did she know, her beast husbands and babies were facing calamity. The mermaid beast husband was tied up by an evil female who tried to force him to submit. The baby, sensitive and fragile in nature, was bullied and isolated by other little mermaids. To save her beast husbands and babies, the girl returned to the beast world once more. Just then, the system's urgent voice rang out. "Host, go save your beast husband quickly, or he'll be taken away by someone else. Your child will also call someone else mother." Si Yao snapped back to reality with a start. Who dares to be so bold? She gazed at the boundless sea, and the next second, she flew straight toward the distance. Deep in the ocean at this moment, a female with dark green long hair was gazing obsessively at the mermaid before her. "Hai Lan, why not come with me instead? Since your female owner doesn't want you anymore, why stay faithful to her alone? In your dreams." The male mermaid struggled to get up, but his body was bound by chains. His body was covered in wounds. Even so, he did not give in. "You're just taking advantage of my feelings for you. Let me tell you, if I can help you for a month, I can help you for a year, or even 10 years. Who can save you now? Just come along quietly with me. I will definitely cherish you more than your mistress ever did," the woman said, reaching out to stroke the man's flawlessly handsome face. "You are so very beautiful. What should I do? The more I look, the more I like you." "Yeah. Take your filthy hands off." Hai Lan turned his head, a pair of icy blue eyes glaring furiously at the mermaid before him. Aya also became angry. She directly grabbed Hai Lan by the neck. "You, with your tainted, ruined body, and dragging a burden of a child along with you. Don't be ungrateful when I'm offering you respect. Be careful, or I'll resort to force. You'd better just kill me." Hai Lan spoke, determined to die rather than submit. After all, that woman had heartlessly abandoned him and his son. He had long lost any hope for living. He only prayed not to ever encounter that despicable female again in his next life. Aya sneered coldly, gradually increasing the pressure from her hand. At the moment, the other was about to suffocate. A blue streak of light shot towards them swiftly. She couldn't dodge in time, and the light grazed her arm. "Who is it?" Aya was furious. Hai Lan, covering his neck with one hand, started coughing violently. He directly slumped to the ground, gasping for air in large breaths. Si Yao stared coldly at the mermaid before him. "What immense audacity! You dare to lay a hand on my person." Hearing this voice, Hai Lan shuddered all over, looking up with an expression of utter disbelief, and saw that face which had constantly occupied his thoughts. He completely forgot to react. He just stared fixedly. "She's back." Aya, standing to the side, looked at the female who had suddenly appeared. A sense of crisis surfaced on her face. Damn it. Since when did the Beast World continent have such a beautiful female? Wait. That face. It looks so familiar. You're that scummy female who abandoned her husband and child. How dare you come back? What's going on? Aya turned to look at Hai Lan beside her. Sure enough, the latter looked completely shocked. No doubt about it. She had seen many portraits of Hai Lan's female master. When this female first left, Hai Lan would paint portraits of her every single day. He sent Beastmen out to search for her every day. I never thought she'd actually return. Damn it. She's ruining my plans. I've set my sights on Hai Lan. Even if this female has returned, it won't change a thing. Si Yao was a little surprised. You know me? Since you know who I am, you still dare to scheme for Hai Lan? How utterly ridiculous. So what if I know you? Today, don't even think about saving Hai Lan. Aya took out a dark green iron chain. Then she immediately flung it towards Si Yao. Si Yao didn't dodge. She formed a hand seal with one hand. A bolt of purple lightning shot straight through, striking Aya unprepared with the lightning. Impossible. You can actually control lightning? Aya's eyes were filled with shock. Nothing is impossible. I am all-powerful. You dared to covet what is mine. Don't blame me for being ruthless, Si Yao said, forming a seal with one hand. He swung it toward Aya. A massive bolt of lightning struck Aya directly. In an instant, his body was reduced to ashes. Done. Just as Si Yao breathed a sigh of relief, he felt Hai Lan's resentful gaze. She couldn't quite meet his eyes. There was no other way. After all, she had wronged him. Back when she first arrived in the beast world, the system had transported her to the seaside. And because her life was counting down, she had no choice but to take advantage of Hai Lan, who was sunbathing by the shore. After giving birth to their child, to survive, she had to leave and search for the next target. Even though she had been with him only to stay alive, she hadn't shortchanged herself either. They were all her type. Her beast husbands. Each one exceptionally handsome. Can you get up? Si Yao approached Hai Lan and asked somewhat awkwardly. What do you think? Hai Lan didn't answer. He just stared intently at her. He never expected her to actually return and even come back to save him. As her beast husband, he should be the one protecting her. Yet, she ended up protecting him instead. He felt truly ashamed. Si Yao looked at Hai Lan's fragile, helpless state. Her heart ached intensely. I'm sorry. I came too late. I let you get hurt. Didn't you abandon me and the little one? Hai Lan turned her face away. Her voice carried a slight tremble. So she actually feels heartache too. At least she's not completely heartless. Otherwise, I would absolutely ignore her from now on. Si Yao immediately started explaining. No, how could I possibly abandon you? I was just delayed by something very important. If I hadn't left, I would have died. Leaving was a last resort. What kind of matter makes you leave for 5 years as soon as you go? Clearly, Hai Lan didn't believe it. But the other party was willing to explain. Willing to lie to me. It shows I still hold some place in their heart. At the very least, they're truly willing to put in the effort to deceive me. Something very important. I had no choice but to leave. Don't move. Let me cut this chain first, Si Yao said, taking a dagger and directly cutting the chain. Congratulations, host. You have saved Hai Lan, prevented her from turning dark, completed the first step in saving the beast world continent. So that's how it is. Si Yao somewhat understood why she was summoned back. If Hai Lan was truly forced by that female to a life or death struggle, she might really end up doing something utterly inhumane. It seems the system brought me back. It's when they haven't gone astray yet. Save them. Let's go home to find our little one. Si Yao suddenly said. I'm missing our little one a bit. I wonder how my precious baby is doing. What does he look like? Back when I left, he was still in swaddling clothes. Hai Lan nodded, hearing the other say the word, home. A trace of joy welled up in her heart. I'll support you. Si Yao stepped forward and directly held onto the other. This made Hai Lan's resentment fade by more than half. Maybe back then when she left, there really were some unspeakable difficulties. Maybe she really didn't intentionally abandon me and our little one. Along the way, the thoughts in Hai Lan's heart didn't stop for a single moment. The surrounding aquatic beast folk, seeing their sea god being supported and brought back by a female, each and every one widened their eyes in shock. You should know. Their sea god had never let a female get this close before. Also, the sea god had been missing for a month. And now, he's actually back. In the sea god's palace, 3 little mermaids were gathered around a golden little mermaid, talking. Your father must have abandoned you. Just like your mother left back then. They both abandoned you. That's right, that's right. So what if you're the sea god's son? You're still an unwanted child. We don't play with unwanted children. The little golden-haired mermaid's eyes were red. Her delicate little face was tense. Don't you dare speak about Maya Niang that way. And don't you dare speak about Maya Fu that way either. If you say it again, I'll hit you. Her cheeks were puffed out. Although she was extremely angry, she didn't recklessly strike out. Because her Fu had said, you must not actively hurt others. And you must not actively look for trouble. But they said she was an unwanted child. She was so angry. They just said, we'll say whatever we want. You are an unwanted child. You're all so horrible. The little one directly swung her tail at them with great force. 3 slightly larger mermaids were sent flying. You actually hit us. We won't play with you even more now. So scary. Niang. I want to go home and find Maya Niang. The 3 little mermaids shouted as they ran, leaving only the golden little mermaid squatting on the ground. Hugging her knees, she began to sob. Da Bao. Hai Lan, who had returned to the sea god's palace, saw the child squatting on the ground. Hearing the sound, Da Bao immediately raised her head and saw the pretty older sister and her own Adai. Adai. The little one directly hugged Hai Lan's tail and burst into loud wails. Adai. Don't abandon Da Bao. Da Bao will really be obedient. The little one cried pitifully. It made Hai Lan's heart ache terribly. This is the child I personally raised and cared for. But now, they are crying their eyes out. Father did not abandon you. Da Bao. Your mother has returned too. Hai Lan looked at Da Bao. His eyes were full of tenderness. Their family was finally reunited. Si Yao also understood. This is my own little mermaid child. Da Bao. I never imagined you would have grown so big. Father, you say this pretty lady is my mother? Is she really my mother? The little one let go of Hai Lan, blinking his golden eyes. He looked at the pretty lady before him. He really wanted to get close to her. But because they had never met before, he felt a bit timid and shy. Da Bao. I am your mother. I'm back. Si Yao crouched down. Her eyes were full of joy and excitement. My child is so good looking. Mother, you've really come back. This is wonderful. Now no one can say I'm an unwanted child anymore. The little one immediately hugged Si Yao's leg and cried. Si Yao's heart was breaking. It was her fault that she had caused the 2 of them, father and son, to suffer so much. The elder was kidnapped and almost violated. The younger was pitiful, living in fear every day. Mother, please don't leave Da Bao behind again, okay? Da Bao will be very good. Will be very obedient. Da Bao will do whatever mother says. Da Bao will do whatever. Da Bao doesn't want to be separated from mother. The little one blurted out everything on his mind. All right, I won't abandon you. I won't abandon you anymore. Si Yao picked up the little one, her heart aching, looking at her child. So sensitive and cautious like this. Mother promises you, little one. I won't leave without reason anymore. And I won't disappear without a word. If mother ever has to leave one day out of necessity, I will definitely tell Da Bao the reason. I want to know where mother is going. Don't just run off again. Otherwise, both Da Bao and father will worry. Hai Lan, standing to the side, saw the deep affection between mother and son. He felt much more at ease inside. He had fantasized about such a scene many times. Never expected it to actually come true. Hearing the little one's words, Si Yao also turned to look at Hai Lan beside her. She saw that he seemed somewhat nonchalant, as if he wasn't worried at all. Is that so? You worry about me. Mother can feel it. But your father worrying about me. That seems a bit off. Forget it, it's not important. I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat. What do you mean, not important? Hai Lan instantly felt displeased hearing the little female's words. Is his worry really that worthless? Those words truly hurt his feelings. What a heartless female. Si Yao felt somewhat guilty. We have been apart for so long. If you have a female you like, you can form a partnership with someone else. I won't stop you. I know that. Leaving for 5 years like this is very irresponsible. I feel somewhat sorry toward Hai Lan. That's why she said this. Si Yao, what are you saying? Hai Lan's eyes were red at the corners. He looked at the female before him in disbelief. Was this still the female master he had been constantly thinking of? Why could she say such heartless words? Si Yao, I am angry. I won't forgive you. Hai Lan's face turned ashen. A trace of sorrow also flashed in his eyes, telling him to find someone else. How could she say such heartless words? Si Yao also looked puzzled. Why was this guy so hard to figure out? She was only worried about wasting his youth, and gave him such advice. Was that wrong? Da Bao, standing to the side, watched the two of them at odds. So anxious he could only stare helplessly. This isn't right. Before, his father cared deeply about his mother. The bedchamber was filled with countless portraits of his mother. He even had the Beastmen of the Sea tribe spread the word to search for her. But now that his mother had returned, he actually said such things. His father was really making everyone anxious. Father, say something, won't you? Didn't you miss mother every single day? Now that mother is back, won't you tell her how you feel? The little one's clear voice rang out. It made Si Yao pause for a moment. She looked at Hai Lan with some surprise. It really was just as the kid said. Does he care about me that much? What feelings could I possibly have? Let's go eat. Hai Lan glanced at Si Yao, then turned and walked straight toward the sea god's palace. Si Yao watched his arrogant demeanor, feeling somewhat angry and a little helpless. The him from before wasn't like this. Maybe I really did make him lose heart. Daddy, wait for me and mother. Da Bao was somewhat panicked. Could it be that daddy really has no feelings left for mother? That can't be. He likes mother. He doesn't want a different mother. After dinner, Si Yao took Da Bao to sit on a reef by the sea. The little one tilted his head back, gazing at the star-filled sky. Mother, the night sky is so beautiful tonight. The moon is especially round today too. Si Yao looked gently at her child. When there's a chance, mother will take you to play on land. The night sky there is very beautiful too. And there are also fireflies. Just the two of us. Not taking daddy. The little one tilted his head and blinked curiously. He really wanted to see the forest's night sky, and those fireflies mother talked about. Hearing this, Si Yao frowned. Him. I wonder if he's going or not. Besides, your father is the sea god of the sea tribe. He is naturally very busy. That's true too. If we're not taking him, then we're just not taking him. The little one nodded. Mother is right. Anyway, my father really is quite busy. As for what he's busy with, he doesn't know. He probably spends most of his time busy looking for mother. And Hai Lan, who was eavesdropping from behind the reef, felt a bit upset inside. The son he worked so hard to raise for 5 years forgets his father once he has his mother. This kid was practically spoiled for nothing. At the same time, he also understood. So, all these 5 years, the female was on land. No wonder he couldn't find her no matter how hard he looked. Judging from what the little female meant just now, she plans to go to the land again after some time. Although he doesn't know why she wants to go to the land, he doesn't want to let her leave him again. He must make thorough preparations. This time, he will also follow her to the land. Mother, do you still like father now? The little one wanted to try again for his father. Si Yao patted Da Bao's head. Of course, I like him. Your father is my type. If I didn't like him, how could I have been so persistent in chasing after your father back then? Really? Da Bao's eyes lit up. That's great. Then father probably won't be being all coy and throwing a tantrum again. Mother, Actually, wherever you want to go in the future. I won't restrict you. Father won't restrict you either. Father has said many times before that after you come back, you can go anywhere you want. As long as you tell us. So we can feel at ease. Because we know you're not just mother. You're also your own person. Si Yao didn't expect the 5-year-old Dabao to understand so much. Who told you all that? You just said. It was my father who taught me. The little one said, with a serious face. Father often sits there in a daze, talking to himself. I've heard it so many times that I learned it. I knew it was like that. But your father doesn't really seem to miss me much. Oh, dear, you're just a child. Don't worry about us adults matters. We'll handle it ourselves, Si Yao said gently. Children shouldn't have too many worries. Otherwise, you won't grow tall. Alright then. I'll listen to mother. The little one nodded obediently. Anyway, whatever mother says goes. He'll just listen. Such a good baby for mother. Si Yao was overjoyed. She directly kissed Dabao's little cheek, making the little one extremely flustered. Oh, my. Mother actually kissed Dabao. Mother's kiss is sweet. He likes it so much. After all, he had never seen other little ones being kissed by their own mothers. He felt so lucky. Little did he know. Beneath this heartwarming scene, Hai Lan, hiding behind the reef and peeking, clenched his fists. He had almost rushed over just moments ago. You see, young ones are usually raised by males, because if a child is too close to their mother at a young age, it can lead to unnecessary complications. Some young ones don't fully understand emotions, and they might fall in love with a female. When they grow up, they might even fight their own beast father over a female. This kind of situation is quite common on the Beastmen continent. That's why young ones are usually taken care of by male beastmen. And the little female's behavior just now made Hylan worried. Fortunately, Da Bao is already 5 years old. He can distinguish emotions now. After all, Hylan had taught Da Bao very patiently in the past. He could tell that the little female genuinely liked Da Bao. The bond between them was truly deep. Even though they hadn't been together for 5 years. The power of blood ties is hard to resist. Besides, his own child is really quite good. He even knows how to speak up for his old man. Some of those words he himself might have struggled to say. But from what the little female meant, it seems she is determined to leave. He doesn't want the little female to go away from him. So he must seize the opportunity and make sure to win her affection again. She was the one who pursued me last time. So this time, Ike the initiative. After Hai Lan thought it through, he made up his mind. Since the little female has returned, he won't let go again. Watching the big and small figures chatting happily in the distance, he really wanted to join in. But now is not the time. Finally, he saw Si Yao yawn. And soon she fell asleep. It was at this moment that Da Bao's voice rang out. Dad, aren't you coming out soon? Mom is already asleep. I'm still a little kid. I can't carry Mom. The little one rolled his eyes. Actually, he had sensed his dad's presence long ago. His dad really enjoys eavesdropping on others' conversations. I didn't expect you to notice. Hai Len quickly arrived at the beachside, gazing at the sleeping little female. His eyes filled with tenderness, even just looking at her. His heart felt completely at ease. Dad, stop staring. Aren't you going to carry Mom back to rest? The temperature has dropped. Mom might get cold soon. And Dad, I have to say this. You're really too stubborn. Why can't you say a few kind words to Mom? Females love hearing sweet talk. Just praise Mom a little, and she'll definitely make up with you. Look, you're not even trying. And I, your son, have to fight for you. Dad, can't you be more ambitious? The little one kept chattering away and shaking his head back and forth. When he came back to his senses, he saw his dad already holding Mother and diving into the water. Dad, wait for me. You left your little one behind. The little one was so frantic. He immediately jumped into the water to chase after them. Who knew? Hai Lan paid no mind. His own offspring actually dared to lecture him, the father? That was really a bit too much. Moreover, Hai Lan noticed that Dabao seemed to have suddenly become much more talkative. Was it because the little female was back? Not only had Dabao become lively and cheerful, he was also a bit mischievous now. But he could clearly feel his child's happiness. 5 years. He was holding the little female again, as if holding his entire world. This feeling had returned. After returning to the bedchamber, Hai Lan placed Si Yao on the soft bed, gazing at that face which had haunted his dreams. His heart felt extremely heavy. Was she really going to leave again? When? And for how long this time? It took a long while for Hai Lan to calm down. No matter what his child said was right. He really must fight for it. If he didn't fight for it now, maybe he would truly end up with nothing. Looking at the figure on the bed, his eyes were filled with deep obsession and attachment. He wished time could stand still at this moment forever. That way, the little female could stay by his side for all eternity. Gazing at Si Yao's soft lips, Hai Lan couldn't resist leaning in closer. Finally, he kissed her deeply. This act completely captivated him. He actually took advantage of the little female while she was asleep. He took liberties with her. Luckily, the little female is asleep now. Otherwise, he wouldn't know how to explain himself. This time, he obediently sat by the bedside, just quietly watching that perfect sleeping face. His heart felt immensely satisfied. But what he didn't know was, Da Bao was hiding to the side, watching everything. He secretly covered his mouth and snickered. So good. This was exactly the scene he wanted to see. The family loving each other dearly. However, he could tell it was only because mother was asleep that his father dared to be so bold. If mother were awake, his father definitely wouldn't dare do such a thing. He felt that as their child, he still needed to lend a hand. The night passed without incident. As dawn was just breaking, Si Yao opened her eyes. Then she saw Hai Lan lying beside her. She never expected this guy would keep watch over her all night. She didn't understand. It's safe here. Is he not at ease about me? Or are you worried that I'll run away again? But these past 5 years must have been very hard for him. After all, he raised our son very well. He played both the role of father and mother. Thinking of this, Si Yao slowly got up. He took a blanket to cover Hai Lan. This slight movement woke Hai Lan up. As he lifted his head, he happened to see Si Yao's action. Is my little mate worried I'll catch a cold? And even covering me with a blanket. How nice. Si Yao felt a little awkward. You're awake. If you're still sleepy, you can come sleep on this bed. Did you stay up watching over me all night? Actually, it's very safe here. And I won't leave without saying goodbye again. Hai Lan gazed intently at the other person. I know. I just wanted to watch over you. Hearing this, Si Yao didn't know how to respond. How come after one night, this guy seems to have changed his temperament? It's really strange. As for what his son said, Hai Lan truly took it to heart. He thought his son was right. Since he wants to be with the other person, then he must work hard. Other than Si Yao, he won't love any other mate. If the little mate left, really? Because of his past mistakes, then he should become better. Are you hungry? I'll have someone prepare food right away. And get you something to wash up with. Hai Lan said. Got up and walked out. Si Yao wanted to stop him, but didn't know how to. She could only sit there thinking about the situation over the past 2 days. It's really strange. This perfectly fine person. After just one night, how could such a big change happen? Could it be that Hai Lan has had an epiphany and changed his nature? Si Yao was still thinking when Hai Lan had already returned. He was holding a wooden basin in his hands. And of course, there were two beastmen of the sea tribe behind him. Each of them held a wooden tray with clothes on it and toiletries. Si Yao, what are you thinking about? Come wash up, Hai Lan said. Then dipped the towel in water and was about to wipe the little female's face. I can do it myself. Si Yao was somewhat overwhelmed by the favor. This guy seemed to hate me so much yesterday, yet today he's being so attentive. Is there something he needs my help with? At least that's what Si Yao thought. Hai Lan insisted stubbornly. You are my female master. Taking care of you is my responsibility. You just need to accept it properly. Si Yao asked uncertainly. Hai Lan, is there something you need my help with? I don't need your help with anything. Don't overthink it. Hai Lan's heart was filled with bitterness. So it turns out you think you're in a difficult situation. That's why you're accepting my kindness like this. He thought the other person had truly accepted him. But no matter what, he won't give up. Si Yao, is it because you think I need a favor from you that you're accepting my goodwill? He looked at the other person with a hurt expression. That's not it. I just thought you were going through some trouble. How did you change your attitude so much in just one night? I'm sorry. My attitude was terrible. Actually, thought the reason you left 5 years ago was because you were angry with me, felt that I treated you poorly, or that I wasn't good enough for you. I was just angry at myself. It's my fault for being useless, for not being able to make you stay. Hai Lan felt extremely guilty. Si Yao quickly waved his hands. That's not it. Don't overthink it. I suddenly had something important come up and didn't have time to say goodbye to you all. This matter is my fault. Then you're not going to leave without saying goodbye again, are you? Hai Lan became completely tense. I won't be leaving for now. If I really have to leave, I will definitely explain it to you all. I'm hungry. Can we go eat? Si Yao rubbed his stomach, changing the subject. Hai Lan breathed a sigh of relief. As long as you're not leaving suddenly. Anyway, this time, no matter where the little female goes, he will follow. Then Hai Lan signaled for the two beastmen to step back. She then took out a piece of clothing. I prepared mermaid female clothing for you. You can change into it. This was the mermaid garment he carefully selected. The mermaid tribe sheds a layer of mermaid skin every year. It can be used to make clothes. This piece was made from the skin she had shed. Si Yao looked at the thin layer of clothing. The icy blue color was as beautiful as gossamer. It was also adorned with pearls. This is just too beautiful. Hai Lan spoke somewhat shyly. I'm glad you like it. I made several sets for you. You can change into them interchangeably. These are all what I prepared for you over the past 5 years. Thank you. Lan, you're so good to me. I really like them. I'll change into it right now. Suddenly, Si Yao seemed to remember something. Could you turn around? She blushed a little. Although they already had a child together, but 5 years had passed. Changing clothes in front of him, she still needed some time to get used to it again. I won't peek. Take your time changing. Hai Lan smiled and turned around, waiting obediently, but he could hear everything very clearly. Beastmen have excellent senses. Just from the sound, he could imagine exactly what was happening. His heartbeat quickened considerably. His handsome cheeks also flushed red. Damn it, he actually got emotional at this moment. And Si Yao didn't notice Hai Lan's change at all. She quickly put on the dress. She was overjoyed. Lan, I'm dressed. What do you think? Hai Lan turned her head upon hearing the voice. He was completely stunned. So beautiful. Si Yao couldn't stop touching the dress she was wearing. Thank you for your hard work. I really like the dress you made. If you like it, I'll make more for you. Hai Lan looked at the person so close to him, his heart filled with joy. Thank you for being so good to me. Hai Lan's gaze was too intense. It made Si Yao feel hot all over. Si Yao, I really love you. These 5 years have felt like an eternity. If it weren't for our child, I definitely wouldn't have made it. But thankfully, you're back. I won't let you leave me again. From now on, wherever you go, take me with you, okay? Our family will be together. We'll face everything together. Si Yao nodded. Her heart ached for him. Truly. That's great. Hai Lan said. He pulled Si Yao tightly into his arms. Then he lowered his head and kissed her soft, pink lips. Hai Lan kissed her for a long time. Si Yao felt like she was almost suffocating. His kiss was different from 5 years ago. 5 years ago, he was so gentle. But now, he is so overbearing, possessive, and aggressive. But no matter what Hai Lan is like, Si Yao likes him very much. And looking at the little female's gentle, watery eyes, Hai Lan couldn't help but swallow. He was already aroused. But he and the little female had just made up. He didn't dare to be too impulsive. Hai Lan tried hard to suppress his desire. The next second, he directly picked the little female up. Si Yao gasped in surprise. What are you picking me up for, you guy? I can walk by myself. Where are we going? Hai Lan's eyes were full of laughter. Didn't you just say you were hungry? I'll take you to eat. He just loved seeing the little female's shy look. Soon, they arrived at a pavilion. On the stone table were arranged all kinds of dishes. Si Yao's eyes lit up when she saw the food on it. There's even hot pot. This guy really put thought into it. I never thought that after 5 years. He still remembers. I like hot pot. Seeing the little female's eyes light up, Hai Lan's lips also curled up slightly. As long as the little female is happy, he is happy too. Lan, you are just too good to me. Si Yao was deeply moved. She directly gave a loud kiss on his face. And Hai Lan was stunned. The next second, his heart felt as sweet as honey. The corners of his mouth curled into an involuntary smile. The little female had taken the initiative to kiss him. Her lips were so soft. And she smelled so sweet. He never wanted to wash his face again. Just then, Da Bao suddenly appeared. Mom, Dad, you're actually eating hot pot without calling me. That's way too mean. Have you both already forgotten about Da Bao? How could you do this? It's true what they say, Mom and Dad are true love. And kids like us are just accidents. Hearing this, Si Yao snapped back to reality. She really had forgotten about her child. Hai Lan, standing nearby, shot Da Bao an annoyed look. Did he have to show up right at this moment, interrupting his alone time with the little female? Seeing the pitiful look on Da Bao's face, Si Yao's heart melted. That's not true. How could you possibly be an accident? You are the proof of my and your dad's love. The continuation of our bloodline. Your mother is right. Hai Lan chimed in. This kid is good in every way. Except he always shows up and interrupts his old man's good times. That's great. I really thought I was an accident. The little one threw himself into Si Yao's arms. From now on, I'll be a good baby, loved by both mom and dad. Hai Lan felt a bit helpless. Stop bothering your mother now. If you keep hugging your mother like this, wait a moment, or your mother will get too hungry. Right. Mother is hungry. Then let's eat quickly. Si Yao smiled slightly. So good. Then let's eat as a family. Time to eat. We're having hot pot. The little one was incredibly excited. Hai Lan looked at the little one, then looked at the little female. At this moment, he truly felt happiness. He also looked forward to the future. This meal, Si Yao she ate until she was a bit stuffed. All three of them enjoyed the meal very much. After finishing the meal, the family of three went to the beach again. Listening to the sound of the sea, Si Yao found it very enjoyable. By the way, Lan, what is our little one's formal name? I remember we only gave him a nickname, Da Bao. So what is his formal name? Mother. My formal name is Hainu. The name Hainu was given to me by father. Father said it's a lifelong promise to you. Loyalty in love. Devotion in love. And your unique, irreplaceable position in his heart. Hearing this, Si Yao was stunned for a moment. She really hadn't expected that this was the meaning. Si Yao turned her head and looked at the silent Hai Lan. He is truly so good to her. Hai Lan, is that true? Si Yao asked. She still wanted to hear Hai Lan admit it himself. Hai Lan's gaze is filled with affection. Yes. My feelings for you will never change in this lifetime. Falling in love at first sight. A single glance that feels like 10,000 years. In this life, I recognize only you. This is his promise. Thank you. Thank you for doing so much for me. Lan, I understand your feelings now. I won't let you down. I know you hold me in your heart. For you, willing to do anything. The two of them embraced each other. Their hearts pressed close together. And just a few steps away from them, the little one watched this deeply moving moment. His eyes also turned red. His nose started sniffling. What should I do? It's so touching to watch. Don't forget. I'm your little one too. Our family will never be separated again. The little one rushed forward and hugged his mother. Let's all stop crying now. This is supposed to be a wonderful thing. Hai Lan raised her hand and wiped the tears from Si Yao's eyes. Then she looked at her son, her eyes full of helplessness. What is this kid adding to the mix? Si Yao nodded, then looked at her little one, and suddenly smiled too. All right. There's nothing to be unhappy about anymore. It's all in the past now. The three of them held hands, strolling along the beach. But suddenly, the system's voice rang out. Host, please leave quickly in 3 days. Proceed to the tribe of the second beast, husband. Hearing this, Si Yao halted her steps. It's coming, after all. It seems there's no way to avoid it. Perhaps noticing something was off with Si Yao, Hai Lan asked with concern. Si Yao. What's wrong? The woman had just reconciled with her mermaid beast husband. She thought the family of 3 would never be apart. But the system is telling her to go save the second beast husband. This left her unsure how to explain it to Hai Lan and their child. She had only just arrived by their side 2 days ago. And now she has to leave again. How much would this hurt them? Perhaps sensing Si Yao's hesitation, Hai Lan gave a gentle smile. If something's troubling you, you can tell me. I am your partner. We can face it together. Don't always bear it alone. Si Yao hesitated a bit. If I tell you, please don't get angry. We just cleared up the misunderstanding. And I have to leave in 3 days. You'd definitely be upset, right? Hai Lan spoke gently. I won't be angry. We've already been through so much together, haven't we? Si Yao looked at him, still somewhat worried. In 3 days, I must leave the sea and go to land. There is something I must do there, just as the system said. If I don't go, if my own partner turns dark, it will threaten the entire beast world, especially since it's my own partner and cub. She doesn't want anything to happen to them. Hearing this, Hai Lan's body visibly stiffened. He had long known the little female would leave soon. He just wished time could slow down, that he could spend more time with the little female. But sadly, the time has come. I'm sorry. I didn't expect that after such a short time, I would have to leave again. I truly feel terrible inside. But there's nothing I can do about it. Hai Lan didn't seem sad at all. Don't say you're sorry. I believe you have no other choice. This time, I will take the cub and go with you. Wherever you go, we will go. What do you think? What? You want to take the cub and come with me? Si Yao was shocked. She never expected him to make such a big decision. Although she didn't want to be apart from him either. The land is definitely different from the sea. Hai Lan has never left the sea. He's actually willing to go to the land for me. Si Yao felt deeply moved. Of course, it's true. I've decided. Our family should be together and united. I don't know what you need to do, but I want to stay by your side. I don't want to wait another 5 years. The days without you are truly hard to endure. Si Yao was deeply moved. At a time like this, you're still comforting me instead. Thank you. Then she looked tenderly at Hai Lan. In 3 days, we will set out together. As evening approached, the family of 3 built 2 fires on the beach. On one side, they were stewing seafood. On the other side, they were grilling seafood. The 3 of them sat by the fireside, chatting and having an incredibly happy time, smelling the delicious seafood in front of them. The little one was already drooling with anticipation. Hai Lan patiently peeled shrimp and crab meat. After picking it out, he placed it all in a small wooden bowl. Of course, he would also occasionally feed a bite to Si Yao. As for Da Bao, he was peeling the shrimp shells himself. Anyway, no one was peeling them for him. So he peeled them himself, peeling one and eating one. He was also extremely happy. Soon, Si Yao touched her slightly bulging belly. Oh no. I've overeaten again. I originally planned to eat less. I'm full. You too keep eating. You're full after just this little bit? Hai Lan frowned. The little female's appetite seems to have decreased again. This isn't even as much as a child eats. The little one also looked worried. Mother, you're eating far too little. You need to eat more to grow taller. Mother is really full. You too eat. Si Yao thought she could eat a lot. But compared to them, it was truly nothing. The little one could eat about 4 caddies of food. Not to mention Hai Lan. He would eat at least 10 caddies or so. Si Yao knew there were other Beastmen races, with even bigger appetites. This made her think of her other partners. She looked at her child and asked, Da Bao, in a few days, would you like mother to take you to the land for some fun? Your father will come too. We'll treat it as an outing. Hearing this, the little one was thrilled. Really, mother? That's great. I've wanted to go to the land for so long. I want to see the forests and hills. Hee. Father is coming. You're coming. I'm coming too. All 3 of us are going together. The little one was overjoyed. Si Yao was happy too. I'm so glad you're willing to come with us. Actually, we do have something to take care of on this trip. We might even run into your other younger brothers. Wow, mother. I have siblings? Then I'll have someone to play with from now on. If anyone dares to bully us, we brothers and sisters can stand up together. How great is that? The little one was ecstatic. He, who had been all alone, would finally have companions. And they shared the same mother. Yes, mother has a few more children, but you are the eldest one. Your father is also mother's first mate, Si Yao said, while glancing at Hai Lan beside her. Hai Lan was also very excited. I am honored to be the little female's first mate. He had guessed that the little female had other mates, because a female cannot have only one mate. Since they are the female's mates, then we are all one family. I wonder what the others are like, what race they are, and how they look. What made the little female like them? Although he felt a bit sour inside, he still controlled himself. The little female said he was the first mate, so he must display the authority and magnanimity of the head male. Naturally, he couldn't be petty and compete for favor. Hai Lan ate very quickly. He was soon full. The little one had just finished eating too. He rubbed his slightly round belly with a satisfied expression. After eating and drinking his fill, the little one turned into a curious child again. Mother, how many mates do you have in total? Including father, of course. Si Yao smiled slightly. Besides your father, there are 8 more. Si Yao has 9 mates in total. Each one is outstanding. All very handsome. Although she was forced by the system to find mates, Si Yao didn't feel wronged at all. Since I'm looking, I'll definitely pick someone pleasing to the eye. And their abilities are all quite good. So mother actually has a total of 9 partners. That's not many. Mother, you don't know. The females of our mermaid tribe all have several dozen partners. Many male mermaids end up staying single. Mother, you have too few. You should find more. Hai Lan explained, following Da Bao's line of thought. There are very few females in the mermaid tribe. There are many males, so most females have several dozen partners. He felt how incredibly lucky he was to have met such a beautiful female and to have become her first partner. Moreover, she didn't have many male partners. That's great. Before they knew it, they chatted late into the night. Da Bao had long since fallen asleep, lying nearby. Si Yao looked at Hai Lan. I'm sleepy too. Let's go back to the sea god's palace to rest. Hai Lan nodded. After he put out the fire, he directly picked up Si Yao and Da Bao, swung his tail, and swam towards the sea. Soon, the family of 3 arrived at the bedchamber. Hai Lan first settled the little one. Then he carried Si Yao to his own bedchamber. Si Yao's heart beat a little faster. She didn't even dare glance at him. It's been 5 years, although they have a child together. But when it comes to sharing a bed, she still felt somewhat uncomfortable inside. At the same time, there's also a feeling of great anticipation. Hai Lan gently placed Si Yao on the shell bed. But he didn't make any other moves. Instead, he opened his mouth and asked, "Are you going to look for your remaining mates and children?" Si Yao didn't hide anything. Yes, I must go find them. Hearing this, Hai Lan looked very serious. The children and I will follow you. It's also a good chance for us to meet them. After all, you are our female master. We are all your mates. Naturally, we should get to know each other. Our whole big family should support each other. Si Yao very much agreed with what Hai Lan said. You are absolutely right. Family should get to know each other and support each other. Otherwise, when we meet, we won't even know who is who. Have you missed me all these years? Even just a little bit? Hai Lan gazed intently at Si Yao. Even if she only occasionally thought of him, he would feel very happy. Of course I have. Si Yao met his gaze. Of course, she had missed him. Not just Hai Lan. She missed every single one of them. She missed every child, too. Hai Lan was deeply moved. I am very happy. Thank you for not forgetting me. Silly. Listen to what you're saying. How could I possibly forget you? I truly like you. I'm not the type to shortchange myself, so don't say things like that again. You have to believe in my feelings for you. I believe you. Hai Lan nodded. Very obediently. His ice blue eyes rippled with emotion. Si Yao. I want another baby. What should we do? His voice was incredibly gentle. But Si Yao was stunned by his words. Oh, my. So this is what he was waiting for. He wants another baby. Is it okay? Hai Lan looked at Si Yao with a pitiful expression. Actually, he just wanted to get closer to his little mate. Of course, it would be even better if they could have another baby. At that moment, the system popped up. Host, go ahead. Have babies. Look how pitiful your partner is. You must fulfill his request. This system has childbirth pills. Here. You'll get pregnant in one go, guaranteed. Si Yao completely ignored the system. She spoke somewhat shyly. Well, let's just let things happen naturally, okay? Si Yao's answer made Hai Lan overjoyed. His little mate didn't seem to refuse the idea. Doesn't that mean it's possible? That's great. Si Yao, don't worry. I will definitely work hard. We'll strive to have another little mermaid baby. Hai Lan gazed at Si Yao with deep affection. He slowly moved closer, looking at those soft, moist lips. He could no longer resist and kissed her. Hai Lan's kiss, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes gentle, sometimes overbearing. Soon, Si Yao was left dazed by the other's kisses. The white shell slowly closed. Si Yao didn't know when she had fallen asleep. Anyway, she felt extremely exhausted, very tired. Her waist ached too. By the time Si Yao woke again, the sun was already high in the sky. Dabao's cheerful shouts rang out. Mother, father, how come you still aren't up? I've been waiting for you all morning. What's all over your neck? Why are there red spots? Were you bitten by some bugs? Oh, my goodness. How are there so many? The little one exclaimed in sudden alarm. Father, how exactly have you been looking after mother? How could you let mother end up like this? And mother, why is your mouth a little swollen? What in the world happened? Mother, does it hurt? As the little one spoke, tears started falling pitter-patter, falling as tiny pearls. Seeing his mother in this state, his heart ached terribly. Hearing the other's words, Si Yao's old face flushed red. Don't cry. Mother is really fine. Mother just got bitten by bugs last night. It'll be better after a couple of days of rest. Si Yao wiped the little one's tears away. He then turned his head and glared fiercely at Hai Lan. It's all this guy's fault. Who told this guy to be so crazy last night? Hai Lan guiltily rubbed the tip of his nose. He truly hadn't expected things to turn out like this. Alright, then let's get ready and go get something to eat. I suppose your mother is hungry too. Oh, right, mother. You should go wash up quickly. I'll wait for you outside. After the little one knew his mother was not seriously harmed, he instructed Hai Lan to take good care of Si Yao and then ran outside. As soon as the little kid went out, Hai Lan immediately sincerely admitted his mistake. Si Yao, I was wrong. I didn't think this through properly. What exactly were you wrong about? Si Yao sat there calmly and composed. Being so rough. This guy deserves to be taught a lesson. Last night, I lost control. I promise it won't happen again. He raised his hand and placed his palm over his chest. It was a promise. Good that you know. Hurry up now. Get my clothes for me. After washing up, we'll go out to eat. Don't keep the little one waiting too long. All right. Hai Lan immediately fetched the new clothes prepared nearby. Soon, Si Yao was dressed and had washed up. The two walked out hand in hand. Mother, you're so beautiful. Seeing his mother looking so beautiful, the little one's eyes lit up. His mother is truly too beautiful. No wonder my father likes mother so much. Si Yao smiled slightly. You sure know how to sweet talk. Let's go. We should hurry and eat. Mother, hold my hand. The little one obediently nodded and extended his small hand, gesturing for his mother to hold his hand. Si Yao reached out and took the little one's hand. The family of three headed toward the dining hall. The beastmen around them, seeing this scene, all revealed looks of admiration in their eyes. It can't be helped. Their family of three is just too good looking. In the blink of an eye, 3 days passed. Hai Lan finished handling matters in the Sea God Palace. Only then did he set off for land. Hai Lan and Da Bao transformed to have human legs. Their scales transformed into clothing. The three of them walked hand in hand toward the land forest. As for Si Yao, the system had already activated tracking for her. She just needed to follow the system's guidance on her journey. And at this time, the location closer to the center of the forest, a large golden tiger was teaching a small, snow-white tiger, Bao. Watch your old man's attack style closely. Little one is watching. Hurry up, Dad. The little one tilted his head. His snow-white fur was utterly adorable. Hey, you little rascal. Don't copy the way I talk. Watch closely. This is your lesson for today. Next time, I'll have you hunt. The little one was quite unconvinced. Your old man is watching. Hurry up. Watching his dad dawdle like this, he was getting a bit impatient. The big tiger stopped wasting words. He directly demonstrated his special move to the cub. Pounce and grab. Wait. That's it? The little one's eyes were full of disdain. His tiny brain thought it was very simple. Isn't this something anyone with eyes can do? Hey, you little rascal. Let's go. I'll take you hunting. The big tiger swatted the little tiger on the head with his paw. Of course, he only tapped it lightly. But even so, the little tiger was sent sprawling flat on the ground, limbs splayed. Damn. The little one was full of fighting spirit. Of course, he wanted to go hunting. The big one and the small one searched the jungle for suitable prey. Soon, they spotted a few antelopes. Not only were there several adults, but there were also a few antelope calves. The big tiger didn't speak anymore. He just lay hidden in the grass, waiting for the right moment. The little tiger watched his dad's movements carefully, afraid of missing any details. The distance closed bit by bit. Soon, the big tiger seized an opportunity. He pounced directly on an adult antelope. The other antelopes also sensed the danger and scattered in a frantic escape. His movements were swift as the wind. He bit down on the opponent's neck in one bite. Instantly, the antelope's neck was broken. The entire process took only 2 short seconds. The little tiger hadn't even had time to react when he saw his father dragging back an adult antelope. Did you see that clearly just now? The big tiger threw the antelope in his mouth to the ground. He looked at his cub and asked. The little one spoke somewhat dejectedly. I did see it clearly, but the movements were just too fast. The next moment, the little one raised his head again, looking at his father with admiration. Dad, you're just amazing. I hadn't even reacted yet, and you had already broken that prey's neck. The big tiger chuckled. You're still young. You'll get there gradually. This kind of thing takes a lot of practice. When I was as little as you, I was just the same. Being admired by his own cub, he felt a great sense of accomplishment. The little one's green-yellow eyes sparkled like stars. A small me has great admiration for Dad. Dad is simply too brave and mighty. When I grow up, I want to be just like my dad. You little rascal. Don't copy the way I talk. The big tiger was taken aback for a moment, hearing what his cub said. He was truly left speechless. But it really is the age for the cub to imitate his old man. Isn't this just the same style as him? I can only say, as expected, he's his cub. He really takes after his old man. The little one nodded. This little old man understands now. Let's go. We're returning to the tribe. The big tiger carried the prey in its mouth. He walked with strides in the direction of the tribe, and beside him, a snow-white little tiger followed along. Dad, what did my mother actually look like? Where did Mother actually go? Did you make her angry? Did she abandon us? From childhood until now, he had never seen his own mother, so he truly felt both longing and curiosity about his own mother. Seeing other families reunited, he was really envious. What nonsense are you saying, you brat? With a good partner like your dad here, how could I possibly have made your mother angry? Your mother must have had some important matter. That's why she left without saying goodbye. Don't worry. She will definitely come back. We just need to wait here for her. Who knows? Maybe she's already on her way back. The woman had just spoken one bad word about the little female. The tiger beastman in front of her immediately wanted to kill her. He did not allow anyone to speak ill of his wife, even though this wife had already been gone for 5 years. Just a moment ago, the father and son, returning from the hunt, had just arrived back at the tribe when they saw a female walking over, swaying her hips. Azan, you're back from the hunt. That female looked at Jizan, extremely happy. Move aside. Don't block the way, Jizan said. Dragging his prey, he headed towards his dwelling. However, that female chased after him again. Azan, I have something to say to you. What is it? Speak quickly. At this moment, Jizan transformed into a handsome man. His handsome face showed impatience, and the little tiger next to him also took human form. His delicate, small face also showed displeasure. He disliked this female, because this female kept speaking ill of his mother. Not only that, she also had the nerve to say she wanted to be his stepmother. The female beastman smiled slightly. It must be so hard for you, raising a child all alone. Why don't we become mates? You should stop waiting for that little female. It's been 5 years. She definitely won't be coming back. Hearing her words, Ji-zan flew into a rage instantly. If you dare say such things again, don't blame me for being rude to you. He would not allow anyone to speak ill of the little female. Taking care of the child, taking care of the tribe. He could handle it all himself, except for the little female. He didn't need anyone else meddling in his affairs. My only mate is Si Yao. You'd better keep your little schemes to yourself. I wouldn't give you a second look. Ji-zan's domineering words hung in the air. Then he left with the prey and the little one. Before leaving, the little one even stuck out his tongue at the female. Wanting to become his mother? Not a chance. Watching their retreating figures, that female stomped her foot in anger. Anyway, she wouldn't give up just like that. If she couldn't have Ji-zan, she would never rest. You must know, Ji-zan is the tribe's chief. Not only is he extremely handsome, but his combat prowess is also unbelievably strong. Only such a male beastman is worthy of her. After returning home, Ji-zan started a fire to stew the meat. The little female had specifically instructed before. The little one must eat cooked meat. The father and son sat by the fire, roasting meat and cooking meat soup. Erbao was full of excitement. Dad, this roasted meat smells so good. I really want to eat it. He had been hungry for a while and couldn't wait any longer, smelling the meat's aroma. Wait a bit more. Let it roast a little longer. Your mother said, this meat must be cooked at least medium before you can eat it. Ji-zan flipped the roasting meat while lost in thought. He missed the little female. What should he do? His mind was filled with the words she had spoken. He remembered every single word. He just didn't know how the little female was doing now. How had she been these past 5 years? Just then, the little one's voice rang out. Dad, what's wrong? What are you thinking about? The meat is going to burn. When Ji-zan heard this, he snapped back to reality. He looked down and saw the barbecue wasn't burnt at all. This little rascal was tricking him. So mischievous, just like his mother. The little one covered his mouth, giggling. I know. Dad must be missing Mom. He actually missed Mom too. Even though he had never seen her, he still missed her deeply. From his dad's words, he often heard about how wonderful Mom was. Ji-zan sighed. Yes, I miss her every moment. Meanwhile, Si Yao and her 2 companions were rushing anxiously. As they got closer to the location marked by the system, she grew more excited and eager. Her big tiger, she wondered how he was doing now. Sometimes he's a bit silly, other times quite clever. She wondered if he was waiting for her, or if he was with another female. Regardless, she still wanted to go see him. At the same time, she missed her child dearly. She wondered how he was doing. It was already dark, and Si Yao quickened her pace. After all, the system had said that each of her partners was in danger. She had to save them. Besides Si Yao, Hai Lan was carrying Da Bao. He could clearly feel. As they got closer and closer, the little female's emotions grew more and more excited. Although she felt a bit sour inside, there wasn't anything else to it. He knew it had been 5 years. The little female naturally cared about every partner. All he could do was accompany her and travel quickly. Meanwhile, in the tiger tribe, after Ji-zan and the cub finished eating, they went into the cave to rest. In the middle of the night, Ji-zan suddenly sat up abruptly. Beastmen have extremely strong senses. He heard crying, shouts, and screams. The noise grew louder and louder. Ji-zan glanced at the cub, still fast asleep. For a moment, he didn't know what to do. Should he stay behind to protect the cub, or go protect his tribesmen? With no other options, he simply wrapped the cub in animal skins. then strapped him to his back and rushed out. Only after leaving the cave did he realize what was happening. It turned out the tribe was being attacked by many rogue beastmen. Such incidents often occurred on the Beast World continent. Rogue beasts attacked tribes to seize females in order to reproduce their own offspring. Most rogue beasts were evil creatures who stopped at nothing. Therefore, no female beastman was willing to become partners with the rogue beast. It seemed they had planned this in advance. Otherwise, it would be impossible to suddenly gather so many rogue beasts at once. Thinking of this, the killing intent in Jizan's eyes intensified. Since you've come, don't even think about leaving. He let out a roar towards the sky, instantly summoning many tiger tribe ORCs. He placed the little cub on his back into an inconspicuous corner. With so many rogue beasts, he couldn't guarantee the cub's safety. Of course, Bao had also anticipated this scene. He hid in the corner without making a sound, just quietly watching everything unfold. Soon, the male ORCs transformed into fierce tigers, all charging towards the rogue ORCs. Jizan was the first to charge into the crowd of rogue ORCs, swinging his tiger paw directly at them. Not only that, for the rogue beasts farther away, he appropriately shot some fireballs. The rogue beasts were so frightened they scrambled to put out the flames on their bodies. For a time, screams of agony were continuous. At this moment, a black bear ORC angrily shouted, "Damn it! Didn't you say Jizan wasn't this strong?" The scorpion ORC looked panicked. "I didn't know either. Even if we can't handle him alone, can he really withstand over 10 of us? Our main goal is to eliminate Jizan first." The black bear ORC also stated his position. "Let's deal with him together." The two simultaneously launched an attack towards Jizan. Jizan did not dodge. He directly lunged at the black bear. Instantly, 3 bloody gashes appeared on the black bear's arm. But the scorpion ORC's hook from behind pierced into his back. Blood flowed out. He didn't make a single sound. He directly kicked the scorpion ORC who had ambushed him away. Seeing such a powerful Jizan, the surrounding ORCs were all shocked. The little one hiding in the corner had shining eyes. His father was simply amazing. In the future, he wanted to be as strong as his father, to protect the people he wanted to protect. Damn it. Well, you, Jizan, truly worthy of being the chief of the tiger tribe. The scorpion ORC stood up. His eyes were full of coldness. The opponent's strength truly made him a bit fearful. But he didn't want to just let it go. Suddenly, he seemed to have discovered something. The corner of his mouth lifted slightly. A hint of mockery appeared in his eyes. He had long heard that Jizan deeply loves his son. His only child is a white tiger. Isn't that the one in the corner? Well, you, Jizan, I can't defeat you. But I have another way to deal with you. Jizan completely ignored the ORC behind him. He raised his palms and directly shredded the black bear's back to pieces. The black bear gritted its teeth in pain, but there was nothing it could do. And just at that moment, the scorpion ORC sneered and said, "Jizan, look at this." Hearing this, Jizan turned his head to look. The next second, his entire body froze. Damn it. He had actually forgotten about his own child. "Get lost. Let go of my cub, or I'll tear you to pieces." Jizan's eyes were bloodshot. What he cared about most was his own cub. Watching his cub being wrapped in the opponent's tail, his heart ached terribly. Bao, however, stubbornly refused to make a sound. His eyes glistened with tears, yet none fell. "Second child, well done." The black bear seized the chance to fight back. It directly swiped a claw at Jizan's back. Jizan dared not dodge, because his cub was in the other's grasp. The black bear beastman wore a sinister smile. "Jizan, so you've finally come to this. Let me tell you, I've had it with you for a long time." "What bullshit, Tiger King Chieftain. Now, you're completely at our mercy." The black bear beastman said this. while swinging his bear paw, striking Jizan's back. In an instant, Jizan's back was a bloody, mangled mess. Seeing this, the cub was stunned. "Father, don't worry about me. Fight back." The little one was frantic with worry, but he couldn't break free from the scorpion beastman's tail. "Father can hold on." Jizan spoke in a low voice. "What will it take for you to let him go?" The scorpion beastman smirked maliciously. "Letting him go is possible. Then have all the females from your tribe come out. Let us take a few. How about that?" "Impossible." Jizan's eyes were filled with rage. If he really did this, how would he be any different from these stray beasts before him? Jizan's eyes were bloodshot. "I would do anything, except for things that harm my tribe, even if it costs me my life." The scorpion beastman snorted coldly. "I never expected you to care so much about your cub. It's truly unbelievable. If we release your cub, would we even be able to leave this tribe alive? Do you really think we're stupid?" The black bear beastmen chimed in. "Let us leave first, then we'll talk." With the cub in their hands, they had leverage. Everything could be planned carefully. They could make demands slowly. The scorpion beastmen seemed to understand this logic too. "Let us leave first. You are not to follow." He signaled his big brother to leave first. He followed behind, holding the little cub. With the little cub here, he believed these tiger tribe beastmen wouldn't dare act recklessly. Watching their retreating figures, the tiger tribe beastmen were extremely anxious. "Chieftain, are we really not going to pursue? The squad leader is still in their hands. What should we do? You all regroup in the tribe. I'll go alone." Jizan glanced at the wound on his tiger back. It was the cut made by the scorpion. Black blood was flowing from it. But it didn't matter anymore. His biggest worry right now is the little one. No matter what, he must rescue his own child. The scorpion beastman hadn't gone far when he sensed a presence following behind him. He turned to look, and sure enough, he saw Jizan rapidly chasing after him. He glanced again at the little tiger cub and noticed it glaring at him furiously. "You deserve to die. You hurt my father." His mind flashed with the image of his father's bruised and battered back. It was because he wasn't strong enough. He had held his father back. Watching his father chasing after them, his heart ached unbearably. "Father, don't worry about me anymore. Little one, don't waste your energy. Your father would never abandon you. You can tell by how much he values you. Even if it meant his own death, he would still protect you and keep you safe." Such a deep father-son bond, huh? Saying this, the scorpion beastman laughed heartily. "I'm going to kill you." Erbao was filled with hatred. He opened his mouth and bit down hard on the other's tail. The scorpion beastman instantly shivered in pain, but he endured it nonetheless. He sped up and continued running forward, not daring to stop at all. Although he had the little cub as a bargaining chip, what if Jizan lost his rationality and decided to fight to the death regardless? He really didn't want to die yet. And at this moment, Jizan only felt his head was somewhat heavy. "My whole body feels a bit numb." The wound that had been slashed on him was bleeding a lot of dark blood. It was clearly poisoned. Running at such high intensity made his blood circulate faster. At the same time, the poison in his body also spread faster. At this moment, he looked at the figure not far away. His eyes filled with hatred. "No, I can't let the little one suffer any mishap. I must rescue the little one before I lose consciousness. Dad, stop chasing anymore. I don't need you to save me." Erbao's voice was choked with tears. So young. He really couldn't bear it. Mother was gone. And now, the dad who raised him was going to die too. He didn't want to live either. Thinking of this, the little one seemed to have made some kind of resolution. He activated his innate fire attribute talent within his body, concentrating it all in his mouth, then aimed at the scorpion beastman's large black tail and bit down hard. A crisp sound, accompanied by the scorpion beastman's pained scream. "You damned brat! I'll kill you!" His tail was directly bitten, leaving a huge gash. Not only that, the other party showed no signs of stopping. He directly swung a slap, hitting the little brat's body. The little brat bit down with all his might, finally biting off the other's tail completely. And that slap also sent the little brat flying. Erbao's cry of pain rang out. His entire body felt as if it had fallen apart. He rarely used his innate talent, so he had just suffered a backlash from it. But he was happy. Even if he died, it was worth it. He fought alongside his father, watching his child get sent flying by the opponent. Jizan's heart bled. He sped towards his child. At the same moment, not far away, Si Yao was swiftly moving through the bushes. Just moments before, for some reason, the position given by the system kept changing. The speed was extremely fast. As if it were fleeing, Si Yao was burning with anxiety. This is what the system calls a crisis. Her footsteps involuntarily quickened. Hai Lan was taking care of Da Bao, trying hard to keep up with the young female. Almost there. Just hold on a little longer. Si Yao heard the child's miserable cry. She swiftly dashed through the bushes. Then, as she emerged, she saw this scene. Her child was flung aside by the beastmen, spitting blood from the mouth. And a frenzied tiger was charging towards the child. The tiger's back was a bloody mess, oozing black blood. It was poisoned. Si Yao felt her blood boiling with rage. Damn it! How dare they treat her child and partner like this? She instantly teleported and caught the child. Erbao's face was extremely pale. Blood stained the corner of his mouth. "Sister, who are you? You're so beautiful. Why are you crying? Is it because I look very ugly now? Did I scare you? Don't cry. This little one is fine," the little one said, and tried to raise his hand to wipe her tears. Hearing Erbao's words, Si Yao's heart was shattered. She glared furiously at the scorpion beastman, as if looking at a corpse. And that scorpion beastman also saw Si Yao. His eyes lit up. What incredible luck is this? To encounter such a beautiful female. Although this body is a bit delicate, giving birth might be a bit difficult, but taking you back to raise for amusement is quite nice. Reaching this point in his speech, the scorpion beastman let out a lewd chuckle. Well, now, where did this little female come from? She looks so delightful. At that moment, the big tiger also arrived beside Si Yao. He stood frozen in place, his eyes full of disbelief. Si Yao, is it really you? Am I about to die? And so I'm seeing things? Si Yao gave the big tiger a gentle smile. I'm back. You rest for a while. Leave the rest to me. Hai Lan also jumped out from the bushes. Seeing this scene, he naturally understood what was happening. It seems this tiger is the little female's other mate. And this tiger cub is also the little female's cub. Ah Lan, I leave this to you. Keep them alive. I'll deal with that reptile. Si Yao passed Erbao into Hai Lan's arms. Hai Lan nodded. Without the slightest hesitation, he quickly held Erbao in his embrace. The scorpion beastman's eyes held contempt. Little female. You think too highly of yourself. With those slender arms and legs of yours, what do you plan to fight me with? He simply didn't believe a female could be capable of anything. In this beast world continent, he had never heard of a female having strength or talent. You deserve to die for hurting them, Si Yao said. Instantly, a sword formed of flames appeared in her hand. Her eyes held killing intent. She swung it directly at her opponent. However, the scorpion beast man had no intention of dodging. He directly raised his hand to block the sword. Because he thought, a little female's strength couldn't possibly surpass his own. Who knew, when that sword got close to him, he felt an intense heat and a sense of crisis. But by the time he realized, it was already too late. His arm was directly severed by her. He stood there stunned. He even forgot the pain. The moment he snapped out of it, he was in so much pain that he broke out in a cold sweat. Damn it. You actually cut off my arm. You brought this upon yourself. The scorpion beast man's eyes turned fierce. His other pair of hands transformed directly into sharp claws, lunging at Si Yao. Si Yao simply gave him no chance. Raising the sharp sword, she aimed directly to sever his other pair of hands. This time, her opponent had learned his lesson. He dodged just in time. Although she didn't sever his hands, she still managed to slash his arm. Watching this beautiful older sister get justice for him, Bao's eyes sparkled. This sister is so cool and amazing. He really likes this sister. Meanwhile, Highland stuffed wound healing medicine into the mouths of the two. After they took the medicine, his complexion has become much rosier. It's just that there's no way to cure the poison in Jizan's body. To detoxify the poison, the scorpion's antidote is still needed. Jizan spoke somewhat weakly. It's fine. It's just a bit of a pity. I've only just been reunited with Si Yao. Hearing his father's words, Bao's face was full of confusion. Si Yao, could she be my mother? He had heard his father repeatedly mention Si Yao's name before. After asking his father about it, he found out that Si Yao was his mother's name. He just never imagined that this beautiful older sister was actually his own mother. Looking at his mother's retreating figure, his eyes welled up with tears. He finally had a mother. Their family was finally reunited. Little brother, don't cry. We came back this time precisely to reunite with you. Mother cares about you both very much. Bao looked at his younger brother, his heart full of pity. His own younger brother had actually suffered such severe injuries. Are you my older brother? Bao looked at Bao and asked. That's right. I am your older brother. I am the first child mother gave birth to. My father and your father are both mother's partners. Brother. Thank you. The little one was so moved he shed tears to the side. So you are the eldest brother. Thank you. Jizan also understood Highland's identity. No matter what, the other party rushed over to save them. He was already very grateful. When he first became partners with the little female had said he was the second. The little female back then. What race the first partner was. But the little female said it was very far away. Probably hard to meet. So he just let it be. He never expected that the little female would actually bring them to find him and the cub. Highland smiled slightly. It's fine. We are all one family. On the other side, Si Yao had long since severed the other's limbs. She stepped on the other's chest with one foot, staring coldly at them. Hand over the antidote. I'll make it quick for you. Otherwise, I'll make you wish you were dead. However, the scorpion beastman stubbornly insisted. Want the antidote? No way. Go ahead and kill me if you dare. Let Jizan die with me. Just as Si Yao was about to continue the interrogation, the system suddenly spoke up. Host. The antidote is the scorpion beastman's teeth. Grinding his teeth into powder will neutralize the poison. Si Yao hadn't expected the system to be so helpful. Very good. Quite perceptive. Si Yao nodded and looked at the scorpion beastman. You think just because you won't tell me the antidote, I wouldn't know what it is. The antidote is powder made from grinding your teeth. Am I right? Hearing this, the scorpion instantly panicked. How could you possibly know? Only scorpion beastmen know about this. Could there be a traitor among our scorpion beastmen? Alright, it's time for you to meet your end. As Si Yao spoke, she directly thrust her sharp sword into the other's heart. To avoid leaving any future trouble, she then used the sword to behead him. After that, she crouched down and directly pulled out all of his teeth. After handling this, Si Yao poured a bottle of bone-dissolving liquid onto the body. In an instant, the scorpion beastman dissolved into a pool of blood. After completing all this, Si Yao then arrived in front of the few people. From Jizan's account, she learned what had happened. It turned out that many rogue beasts had attacked the tiger tribe, and several of them had managed to escape. If given the chance, they must be killed. All right. You should take the antidote first. The poison in your body can't be delayed any longer. As she spoke, Si Yao crushed those teeth into powder. She came to stand before Jizan, looking at his mangled, bloody back. Her eyes were full of heartache. Such a severe injury. How did this guy endure it until now? The big tiger saw how worried Si Yao was, feeling warmth in his heart. At the same time, he also felt quite useless. He even needed the little female to save him. If the little female hadn't returned at the critical moment, he and the cub would have truly lost their lives here. He reached out his hand, wanting to take the antidote from her. But Si Yao dodged his hand. Open your mouth. I'll feed you myself. Jizan was very obedient. He would simply listen to whatever the little female said. He directly opened his mouth. After pouring all the powder into his mouth, Si Yao then looked towards the two little ones. Were you too frightened? Do you think mother was too harsh? Da Bao's eyes were shining. You were so majestic just now. Even more amazing than father. In the future, I want to be a powerful ORC like you. Bao also looked firmly at Si Yao. I think what mother did was absolutely right. That guy deserved to die. He harmed so many ORCs. And he almost killed me and father. Mother vented our anger for me and father. How could we possibly think badly of mother? Mother is the very best in the world. Hearing their words, Si Yao also showed a smile, truly worthy of being her own cubs, smart and well-behaved. At this time, Jizan, who had taken the antidote, looked at the exhausted Si Yao. Let's return to the tiger tribe to rest first. We can discuss anything else tomorrow. He really wanted to talk more with the little female. After all, it had been 5 years since they last met. Si Yao also agreed. Then let's hurry back to the tiger tribe. The tiger tribe was just attacked. Returning now would also help to bolster the defense. On the way back to the tiger tribe, Si Yao's eyes were struggling to stay open. Hai Lan also noticed her exhaustion. Si Yao, are you sleepy? How about I carry you? You expended a lot of energy in the fight earlier. And we've been traveling for so long. You must be completely exhausted by now. Is that really okay? Si Yao was a bit hesitant. Even though she had been traveling too. The other person had also been traveling. And he was carrying the cubs on his back. Don't worry. I'll be fine. You still don't believe me? Hai Lan said, with a laugh. While patting his own chest. His stamina is really good. Si Yao was stunned. Her fair little face blushing. She instantly remembered the time earlier underwater. This guy's stamina really was impressive. Alright, Si Yao nodded. There was no other way. She was truly too drained. She was already unbearably sleepy. The next second, Hai Lan picked her up directly. She didn't put on any pretenses either. Immediately finding a comfortable position and leaning against his chest, closing her eyes, sensing that she had fallen asleep. The group's footsteps became a little quieter, and their pace also slowed a bit. About 2 hours later, they finally arrived at the tiger tribe. When the tribespeople saw their chief and young chief had returned, they were overjoyed. They were about to cheer loudly and run over. They were stopped by a gesture from Jizan. Only then did they notice there were 2 others in the party, one big and one small. And that handsome male beastman was holding an incredibly beautiful young female in his arms. They instinctively kept quiet. Everyone, go about your business. Get some rest early. We can discuss any matters tomorrow. Saying this, Jizan led the group toward his cave. By the time Si Yao opened her eyes again, it was already noon the next day. She had just opened her eyes. She saw Jizan and the 2 little ones. She felt a little awkward. You're guarding me like this. Why are you staring at me? Jizan looked at her gently. I'm worried this is just a dream. That you'll disappear as soon as I wake up. Yes, mother. I've never seen you since I was little. So I really wanted to see you too. Hearing this, Si Yao comforted gently. Silly. How could it possibly be a dream? It's all real. Mother won't leave. Even if we do leave, it will be our whole family leaving together. Hearing this, a smile appeared at the corner of Jizan's mouth. That's good. We'll never be separated from mother again. The little one cheered. As long as we can be with mother, it's fine no matter where we go. After having lunch with her partner and child, Si Yao decided to check Jizan's injuries again. There was no other way. Jizan was too badly injured. Just thinking back on it made her heart ache. Jizan gave a slight smile. Once the poison was neutralized, there wasn't a major problem anymore. We just need to let the remaining wounds heal slowly. Actually, he didn't really care about wounds like that. He's a male beastman, after all. He's bound to get injured sometimes. It's perfectly normal. Si Yao was still a bit worried. Take your clothes off. Let me check your back. It's mainly because the wound from last night was too horrifying. She had never seen anyone so severely injured. All right, I'll show you. Jizan looked at the little female with deep affection and quickly took off his own shirt. His back was already a complete mess. The wounds were crisscrossed. Si Yao's eyes turned red. Oh, my God. How on earth did this guy endure it? Does he really not feel any pain? Hai Lan, standing nearby, could hardly bear to look. This guy really has a high tolerance for pain. Truly worthy of being a formidable race on land. Suddenly, I feel a bit of admiration for this tiger. Why are you all looking at me like that? It's really nothing. For beastmen, getting injured is no big deal. The most important thing is poison. Because poison is really hard to cure, Jizan said with a laugh. What nonsense are you talking? How can you endure so much? Does it still hurt a lot? Si Yao, with reddened eyes, questioned him. Why is he always like this? So careless with himself. Seeing the little female cry, Jizan instantly panicked. Don't cry. I'm really fine. Look, I'm alive and kicking. Jizan was extremely flustered. How about you hit me? Or scold me, anything. Just please don't cry. He was originally a rough and straightforward person. Not the type of beastman who is careful and delicate. So when encountering this kind of thing, he didn't know what to do either. Si Yao took out gauze, a needle, and thread from his space. There was also quite a bit of ointment. Sit still and don't move. A few of your wounds are too deep and need to be stitched up. This way they will heal faster. I'll just apply some more medicine for you and it'll be fine. At this time, Hai Lan also walked over. Si Yao, I'll help you. Hearing this, Si Yao's eyes lit up. Then you stitch him up. Although she had indeed killed a few beastmen since arriving here, when it came to doing this kind of delicate work, she still wasn't as good as Hai Lan. How should I stitch it? So Si Yao began to teach her. Sew it just like when you're mending clothes. Sew the two flaps of skin together. This way it will heal much faster and won't easily split open again. After you finish stitching it up, I'll just apply the medicine. I understand. Hai Lan grasped it immediately. She then began trying to stitch up Jizan. Jizan sat there obediently, not daring to move a muscle. Anyway, no matter what the little female wanted to do, he would just follow her lead. Although listening to the sound of his flesh being stitched made him feel a little uncomfortable inside, it was still bearable. Half an hour later, the wounds on Jizan's body were all stitched up. Si Yao then began to apply medicine to the other person. Jizan looked at the little female close at hand. He smelled the faint, fresh scent on the young girl. He felt very happy inside. He truly wished time could stop at this moment. His gaze was filled with too much affection. Si Yao, welcome back. Si Yao smiled slightly. Thank you. 3 days passed in the blink of an eye. The wounds on Jizan's body were almost healed. And on this evening, because of Si Yao and the others' arrival, Jizan specially arranged a bonfire party. Everyone was in the square, grilling meat and dancing joyfully. The lively atmosphere infected the crowd. Si Yao's lips couldn't help but curve into a slight smile. In such a lively environment, with such delicious-smelling grilled meat, naturally, there must be alcohol to go with it. Si Yao took out several bottles of cocktails from her space. Jizan had never drunk it before. His eyes showed confusion. Erbao's face also showed confusion. What is this alcohol you mention? This looks really pretty. Bao directly explained. You don't know, this alcohol is really tasty. It's fruit-flavored. I just smelled its scent. That smell alone refreshed and delighted me. There's such a good thing? Erbao's eyes also lit up. He believed what his brother said. If his brother says it's tasty, then it must definitely be a good thing. It's a pity mother doesn't let us drink it. They say we're kids and can't drink alcohol. Drinking is bad for children. Bao's tone was full of regret. He secretly glanced at his mother, seemingly waiting for her to say something. Si Yao couldn't possibly be unaware of the little one's thoughts. Children aren't allowed to drink alcohol. Because you're still growing, this alcohol can make people dizzy. It will affect your intelligence. Understand? Hearing this, Erbao immediately exclaimed, then I don't want to drink it. I definitely don't want to become an idiot. If it really were like that, father and mother surely wouldn't like him anymore. Si Yao took out 6 bottles of alcohol, giving 2 bottles to each person. At this time, Jizan's barbecue was also ready. He handed 2 skewers to the little female. Then he gave 1 skewer to each of the 2 little ones. He also gave Hai Lan 2 skewers. Hai Lan smiled slightly. Thank you. No need to be so polite among family. Jizan also replied. Exactly. We're all family now. We're all the little female's partners. That makes us practically like brothers. Let's drink. A bite of barbecue. A sip of liquor. Si Yao opened a bottle of liquor for each of them. As soon as the bottles were opened, the eyes of several beastmen next to them lit up. They had never smelled this scent before. One whiff, and it's addictive. It smells amazing. One sip down the throat and into the stomach. It felt like every cell in the body was awakened. What exactly is this? It's really delicious. Jizan instantly fell in love with this flavor. He took 2 more big gulps. After drinking, he felt a little regretful. He shouldn't have drunk so greedily. This thing must be very precious. Si Yao also noticed what the other was thinking. He couldn't help but laugh. Drink up. I have plenty more. Enough for all of you to drink your fill. Si Yao picked up a barbecue skewer, took a bite, and chewed. This tastes good. The doneness of this barbecue is just right. Crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Azan, your barbecue skills are really excellent. His skills are now master level. Si Yao said with a laugh. She still remembered when she first met Jizan. He wasted a lot of meat while barbecuing back then. Who would have thought that after 5 years, this guy's barbecue skills would become so impressive? At that moment, Erbao said obediently, Mom, you don't know. Dad makes barbecue for me every day. He's already practiced and mastered it. Si Yao patted Erbao's head. So you should learn from your dad. Understand? When doing things, you must persevere and not give up halfway. The little one nodded very seriously. This little one understands. Hearing what the other said, Si Yao froze instantly. What did the little one just say? Was she hallucinating just now? What does this little one mean? That's right. She remembered last night. This little rascal also said, this little one. How can a child speak like that? Who on earth did they learn it from? Jizan, standing nearby, was also stunned. He had heard what was just said too. Oh no. He never expected the kid to suddenly throw him under the bus like this. It's one thing to say it normally. But why say it at a time like this? And especially in front of his wife. What should we do now? Si Yao turned her head and looked at the stunned Ji Zan beside her. Zan, did you hear what the little one just said? Ji Zan was somewhat flustered. What did he say? Hai Lan, standing to the side, gave a slight curl of her lips. A faint smile appeared. Da Bao looked somewhat confusedly at the adults. What's going on? Was there something wrong with what my little brother said? Just now my little brother said. Little one's old man knows now. Hai Lan shot a glare at her own child. Da Bao, you are not allowed to copy that. This kid seems to be a fool too. He just said it outright. Si Yao looked at her Bao and asked, who did you learn the word old man from? At such a young age, you're constantly saying, old man. How can this be allowed? We must make the little one stop this habit. Seeing her mother angry, her Bao immediately became upset. I just heard Dad often say, old man. So I unconsciously copied him. Mother, if you don't like it, I won't say it ever again. Please don't be angry. Si Yao looked towards the culprit standing nearby. Zan, so it was you. Ji Zan immediately panicked too. Si Yao, I was wrong. I won't say it anymore either. And I definitely won't let her Bao say it again. Please don't be angry. He was genuinely worried. She had finally come back. What if she left again because of this? He would really cry himself to death. But now, it was too late for any excuses. The little guy is acting like the boss in front of the little female. What should we do about this? Ji Zan turned to look at Hai Lan beside him, hoping she could put in a good word for him. Hai Lan also noticed his pleading gaze. We're all brothers. We're all family. He definitely had to help. He looked at Si Yao, who was angry. Si Yao, don't be angry. At this age, the little one is naturally in a phase of imitating others. We'll correct him more from now on. We'll just make sure he fixes his behavior. Today is a rare, happy occasion. Being angry isn't good for your health either. The little guy knows he was wrong too. He definitely won't say it again. Only then did Si Yao let Ji Zan off. Bao, you must break this habit. And Ji Zan, you're responsible for supervising him. If the little one dares to say those two words again, I'll deal with you. Ji Zan, standing to the side, repeatedly promised. Si Yao, don't worry. I will definitely supervise him. I will definitely make sure he breaks the habit. I just hope you won't stay mad at me. A hint of amusement flashed in Hai Lan's eyes. Their Si Yao was becoming more and more imposing. She was gaining more of the authority befitting a female head. Alright, let's just leave it at that for now. You can supervise them later. Today is a day worth celebrating. Let's not talk about this anymore. Come on, let's keep eating and drinking. Si Yao brought out a lot of beer again. So much so that she ended up completely drunk and passed out. Seeing this, Hai Lan carried the little female back to the cave. Ji Zan, meanwhile, carried the two young ones to sleep in another cave. When Si Yao woke up the next day, she saw a handsome face up close. Those deep blue eyes were as clear as the ocean and filled with tenderness. What is this guy doing looking at me with that kind of gaze so early in the morning? It's making me feel a bit embarrassed. You were the one who carried me back last night, right? I don't remember too much. I just remembered that I seemed to have fallen asleep. Si Yao rubbed her head. Her alcohol tolerance wasn't very good to begin with. Drinking about 4 bottles was pretty much her limit. Hai Lan said, with a smile. You bet. I carried you back last night. You were sleeping so soundly. The little female looked so adorable while sleeping, especially when drunk. Her little face was all flushed. And her lips were red too. Very alluring. Si Yao touched her own lips. Why do my lips feel a bit numb? They seem a little swollen. But she didn't pay it much mind. thinking it was probably from drinking too much, causing some puffiness. Hai Lan, however, rubbed the tip of his nose a bit awkwardly. He definitely wasn't going to admit to it. Actually, he thought the little female's mouth was just too beautiful. Yesterday, he couldn't help but kiss her a few times. After getting up, Si Yao ate something casually. Then he immediately found the two little ones. Today, she wanted to properly spend time with her two children. Hearing that their mother wanted to play with them, the two little ones were extremely happy. Si Yao took out a basketball from the system space. The three of them played, trying to snatch the ball from each other. After playing until they were tired, they lay on the grass to rest. During this time, Si Yao even took out her phone and started playing a game. Looking at the moving little squares on the screen, the two little ones found it utterly magical. They both eagerly wanted to play with this magical thing. Before they knew it, evening had arrived. They ate a hot pot meal. Originally, the night was a bit chilly, but after eating hot pot, they felt warm all over. Night, it was Jizan's turn to rest with the little female. Hai Lan, meanwhile, took the two little ones to rest in another cave. It was as if everyone had a tacit understanding. They took turns, one day for you, one day for me, in order. Jizan looked tenderly at Si Yao. Si Yao, thank you for being able to come back. I'm so happy. Seeing his expression, Si Yao felt a bit heartache. Silly. If I didn't come back, would you have just waited for me with the cubs? This guy always acted as if he was certain I would return. No matter when, he would always be waiting for her. How could he be so good? So understanding. Jizan spoke with deep affection. Even if you don't come back, I will still keep waiting for you. Since I've set my heart on you, then I will trust you unconditionally. He was speaking from the heart. Not a single word was a lie. It was this very Jizan that made Si Yao's heart ache even more for him. You're such a fool. You really don't resent me at all? I was gone for 5 whole years. Jizan scratched his head a little sheepishly. It's fine. Even if you were gone for 10 or 15 years, I would still wait for you. Actually, 5 years felt pretty quick. See, you're already back now. And how could I possibly be angry? You must have had no choice but to leave me. So I'm willing to wait for you. Si Yao didn't know what to say anymore. She simply hugged him. This guy is really so single-minded. But it moved her deeply. Such a big fool. Jizan chuckled. It's just that I fell for you. And there's no room left in my heart for anyone else. No matter what, it can only be you. No matter how long, I can only wait for you. Good thing you came back. Yes, I'm back. But we'll have to leave again soon. Do you want to leave with me? Si Yao looked at the other person. He didn't know if Jizan would be willing to leave. After all, he had lived here his entire life. And what's more, he was the clan leader here. She couldn't very well force him to follow her. Hearing this, Jizan's expression was resolute. I knew you would definitely leave again. But this time, I won't let you go off alone. Let's go together. For me and our little one, being by your side is what's best. Even if it means wandering with you. We are willing from the bottom of our hearts. It's settled then. We'll set off in a few days. We'll leave this place. Si Yao was very happy. And also very moved. She also wanted to be with her partner. But she didn't want to pressure anyone even more. She hoped they would do it voluntarily. With Jizan's answer, Si Yao felt at ease. Sleep. I want to sleep while hugging the big tiger. Hurry up and turn into the big tiger for me. They say you shouldn't touch a tiger's backside. Not only is she going to touch it, she's going to hug it too. Si Yao felt extremely pleased with herself. Okay, I'll turn into the big tiger right now. Jizan immediately shifted into his tiger form. Seeing that beautiful coat of fur, Si Yao was utterly delighted. She pounced over directly. Hugging the big tiger, she nuzzled it with her face again and again. This is her own big tiger. She likes it so much. Till she rubbed against him for 30 minutes. Si Yao finally let go of him. There's no other way. Her cat addiction has been going on for 5 years. Alright, time to sleep. I want to sleep in your arms. Si Yao wanted this big cat to hold her. Just thinking about it feels so wonderful. Jizan's eyes were full of adoration. He stretched out his paws, letting her lie in his embrace. Si Yao smiled as she looked at him. Good night, Baka Maka. Although the big tiger didn't understand what it meant, he still repeated after the little female. Good night, Baka Maka. He gently left a kiss on her forehead, then closed his eyes as well. But Si Yao was already fast asleep. There's no helping it. His embrace was too warm. Jizan kissed Si Yao's forehead again. His arms unconsciously held her tighter. So good to be able to hold the little female like this again. Thankful to the heavens for giving him another chance. In the blink of an eye, 10 days passed. Everyone has been very comfortable during this time. Si Yao was the same. Every day was just eating, sleeping, and basking in the sun. Her mood was also very good. It's just that, for some reason, Jizan has been extremely busy lately. No one knows what that guy has been so busy with. Fortunately, Hai Lan and the cubs kept her company. Otherwise, it would really be too boring. Because Jizan had things to attend to. So during this time, Hai Lan hasn't gone hunting. And Jizan always sends the prey back. Hai Lan, on the other hand, prepares food every day. Then she takes care of the little female and looks after the young one. Just at this moment, the system's voice sounded. Warning, warning. Not far from the tribe, heading east. A young snake is in danger. Host, please rescue it quickly. Hearing the system's words, although Si Yao didn't understand what was happening, but since the system told her to save it, then she definitely had to go. So she immediately ran towards the east. And at this time, not far from the tiger tribe, a small white snake struggled incessantly. Let me go. What are you trying to do? At this moment, several half-grown little brats looked at the small white snake with malicious smirks. What are we doing? What could we possibly be doing? We can't afford to provoke the big rogue beasts. But a little runt of a rogue beast like you? You think we can't handle you? That's right. All you rogue beasts deserve to die. They threw the stones in their hands at the little snake. The little snake dodged left and right in fear. But they had strength in numbers. Many stones still hit its body. It endured the severe pain, dodging everywhere. Its face full of despair. He had been abandoned by his father. Am I going to die here again? I survived with great difficulty. But in the end, I'm still going to die. He never expected this. Why did he struggle so hard? Yet staying alive is so difficult. All alone. It no longer wanted to struggle. Perhaps in death, it would see its father and mother again. So it stopped dodging, letting the stones hit its body. Enduring it all. It slowly closed its eyes, quietly awaiting its death. Seeing it no longer resist, a little kid wondered aloud, Big brother, is it dead already? Look, it's not moving at all. Its eyes are closed. I think it must be dead. Or maybe we knocked it out. Yeah. If that's really the case, then let's back up a bit. Let the eagle up there grab it and eat it. Then they all stepped back together. The eagle in the sky saw this scene. It had been eyeing the little white snake below for a long time, drooling with desire. Even though it was just a kid. It was a stray snake. Stray beasts grow up to be calamities, born evil. The common enemy of all beastmen. It gradually flew down, directly reaching out its claws to grab the little white snake. This scene was just witnessed by Si Yao, who had rushed over. At that moment, the system suddenly spoke up. Host. Haven't you figured out who he is yet? Hearing this, Si Yao was somewhat confused. A little snake baby. How would she know it? Host. He is the child of one of your beast husbands. Do you still remember that black snake? This is your child. Hearing this, Si Yao was immediately stunned. What? You're saying this is the child of me and that damn snake? But where has that damn snake run off to? Why would his own child become a stray beast? Without the slightest hesitation, she immediately rushed out. Damn it. Daring to bully my people. Seeking death.